Mwena neo po. Come say hi to my YouTubers. My YouTube family. Say hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome to Mommy's YouTube channel. Don't be shy. Look. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Cisco. I hope you guys are doing very well, family. And again, I apologize for taking long, guys. My phone is actually, I have problem issues.
What is it?
I shut it. I have problem issues. I have issues with my phone. Yo.
I know.
Yeah, so it's so hard to vlog, to record, and whatever. So guys, let's continue. FYI, this is a different phone, so don't get confused. Kucha, why the restart of mine now? No, guys, my phone. So today's video, how I told my parents I was expecting, how they reacted, and things like that. So let's get into it. So my parents, so I was really scared. I was thinking, how do I tell my parents? So at home, I stay with this. We have an aunt of mine that we stay with in the north where my parents live. We have been living with her. She took care of me. We are very, very close. Like, she's like my second mom. We are very, very close. And I remember in my previous video, I mentioned, if you watch my previous video, I mentioned that when I was at the hospital before I took the scan, I called my aunt and I was crying, and she's the one that calmed me down. She told me to calm down and everything like that. And by the way, if you have not watched my first video, please go back, watch that video. So it was, I was wondering, like, how would I tell my parents? How will I tell them? Because especially me being, I would say, my father's favorite, I think, yeah, like, my father loves me. He counts on me. He man, like, literally. So I was like, when he hears that I'm expecting, he's going to go over them. Like, he's probably going to disown me. Like, this was like, I was just like, he's going to disown me. And my mom, who also loves her babies so much, I was just like, she's probably gonna cry and like, no, it's the end of the world for my kid. So it was so hard. So I told my aunt that she should try telling my parents. I told her that I think the only way for us to do this is if you tell the parents, because I really don't know where to start. And my sister also, she was like, I do not know how to start. So okay, so that was when I found out I was pregnant. It was in February. So I was like, we have recess in April, so maybe I should just wait for April and then I go tell my parents, like, when we go for a recess at home. But then I was like, imagine if you go, like, April is too far, because I was already 2 months pregnant by then. When I found out I was already 2 months pregnant. So I was like, maybe just go tell them in April, and then, like, when you go. Unfortunately, when I went to the hospital when I found out I was pregnant at the hospital, they said I need to get a doctor as soon as possible so that I can start going for checkups. You understand? And then I was thinking, because I was on my mom's medical aid, right? So I was like, if I go to the hospital with this, it means everything is literally reporting to her. Like, what if she finds out, like, the pills that I'm buying, the things like that, man. So it's like, there's no ways. Just tell your mom. Just tell her. So, you know what I did? I didn't call her. I just texted her. I decided to text her. I texted her, and I started with a nice, smooth, message, Mom. So I planned it with my aunt that I'm going to write a message and send it to her and my mom, so it looks like she's also surprised, although she already knew by then. So I sent her a message. I start with, dear mom and auntie, thank you so much for how you've been, how you've been treating me, how you loved me, Thank you so much for loving me the way you love me. Thank you so much for everything. Like, just sweet words, man. I appreciate you guys so much. What. But in the, guys, I wish I had the message. I did take a screenshot, but I don't know where I put that message, guys. Oh, it was 3 years ago, So I was like, I texted, and then I remember when I went to the hospital, the day I found out I was pregnant, I told my mom that I'm going to the hospital for my stomach checkup because I'm not feeling well in the stomach. So I text, and then I was like, remember when I told you guys that I have stomach pain? So I went to the hospital for a checkup, and I found out that I am 2 months pregnant. I know you are disappointed, I was just like, I'm sorry, I promise to, things like that. And then I sent it. Like, I sent the message to her and to my aunt. My aunt obviously was, I think, surprised, but she was not, because I already told her. And then my mom, like, I think she left me on red. I don't know if it's for like 2 days. She didn't say anything at all. And then upon her, like, she came to come reply, like, days later. Yeah, she replied days later, and guess what she said? Just guess what she said. I personally expected to, like, call me immediately, or if not call me immediately, it's to, like, reply most with another long message, or tell someone if she's shy. Tell someone if she is shy, like, to face me. But she replied to my message, and guess what she said? She just went like, oh, wait, yeah, oh. I think she just went like, oh. Yes, so she was just like, oh. Guys, okay, I don't remember, but I think she said, oh, like, And then, I thought she was going to reply, like, to send another message, a long message or something, but that's all she said. I think with a crying emoji. And then I was like, yes, mom, and I'm sorry, I just want you to help me. And then she's like, help you with what? Help me go through this journey, what. And then she said, but Cisco, I told you not to do these things.
Bombastic side eye.
Obviously not, guys. Okay, I don't know if most of you guys parents talk to you about sex, relationships, and things like that, but my parents are shy. I don't know, like, they just can't face you and talk to you about things like that. So when she said that, I was like surprised. Instead, I'm like, mom, did you? But I was like, no, it's fine, Cisco. And then I was just like, help me. She's like, okay. When she said I told you not to do those things, I was like, I'm sorry, mommy. Just giving a lot of apologies. And then from there, we haven't spoken. We haven't, like, nothing. It was like nothing had happened. Like, that's it. Until one day when I got sick, and that's when she called. And when I was on my way from the hospital, that's when she called. She's like, are you fine? Did you get all the tests? Did you, are you okay? Apart from that, she's asking many questions, like, yes, mom, I'm fine, and stuff like that. But she asked my sister, instead of asking me who the father was, what, she called my sister. She asked my sister. So, yeah, I was just there. Yeah, that's it. Like, from there, it's fine. She didn't argue. She didn't. From there, that's it. From my mom, that's it. It was very interesting because I'm just like, I expected you to, like, go on or slap me or disown me, or but the reaction was something different, which I didn't expect. But I think it's just because I prayed about it also. I was like, God, please just make this work out when I tell my parents. Yes. So that was it, guys. There are cars passing by me, and it's just because I'm recording this outside. So, that was it. My mom and I were cool. It's fine. We chat. We'll talk about we'll just talk. It was just fine. That's where it ended. But also, I remember my mom saying, because I remember before I found out I was pregnant, just a few days before I found out, I actually called my mom some, like, late night. I think it was around 10 p.m. and I told her that I'm craving for omatangara. I don't know, I forgot what she called it in English, but yeah. And she was like, what? Why are you craving for that? Like you are pregnant, you know? And then we laughed it off. And then the day I told her, I mean, one day we spoke about it, she was like, this is why you were craving for things the other day. I was like, apparently, I didn't know too. So yeah, that's it. And then comes my dad. Hmm? Okay, so that was my mom, so that's where it ended. And then comes my dad. So I was like, with my dad, it's as long as my mom knows. With my dad, he can wait until we go for recess, which was in April. Yeah, in April, so he can wait. And then, unfortunately, we had to go home. We had to go home earlier. I think it was early March or somewhere March, because my grandfather passed on. My dad's dead. Yes. May his soul continue resting in peace. Yes, so he passed on and we had to travel for the funeral and everything. I was lucky. I was like, no, it's fine. My stomach is not showing. I didn't gain a lot of weight. I didn't change, so it's fine. So we went, and I also had a speech on behalf of the grandkids, so I couldn't miss it. There's no ways. Like I was just like, like there's no ways. So I had to go. I went. So when I went, I was like, it's fine. It's just gonna be for a weekend, like a weekend, right? We go on Friday, Saturday. We bury. Sorry, guys. We go on Friday. I mean on Thursday. Friday, memorial service, and then Saturday we bury my grandfather. Sunday we come back. Now, unfortunately, guys, I'm sitting by the road. Let me show you. So that is basically, like, this is what is in front of me right now. Me recording this video. So cars are passing by, see? And it's so distracting. Like, it's quite distracting. So yeah. But anyways, let's proceed. Okay, so I was like, we come back on Sunday, and then I wait for a recess or something until I go home. But unfortunately, God was like, girl, it's time to say it. It's time to tell your dad. So that COVID-19 was during COVID-19. So we were told that no, classes are, off till further notice. Like, we don't have classes until further notice. So, I was like, I love home. So I was like, let me just stay home. Like, what am I going to be doing in Windhoek? Let me just stay home. Let me not go back to Windhoek. Let me just stay home. So I stayed home. Nowadays we're going. I spoke to my mom and my aunt. I was like, guys, can you please tell daddy that I'm expecting, because days are going. I'm almost 5 months, and my I'm starting to show, and I would not want daddy to find out just by looking at me, or because he saw that I'm what. Charlotte, don't do that. Don't. Okay. Good girl. Manani, don't say anything. Okay, so no, I didn't say hi.
Hi.
No.
Hi.
No, be quiet.
Hi.
So I was like, I didn't want daddy to find out just by seeing me. I want him to be careful, Charlotte. I want us to tell him. Charlotte, stop. I want us to tell him. So I what? My mom and my aunt were like, no, don't worry, we'll talk to him. But days were going. Days were going, and I was like, no, time is going. Let me just, I don't know, let me maybe just go tell him myself. So I spoke to my brother. I told you, like, guys, my siblings are like, we are so close with sorry, Charlotte. My siblings and I are so close. So I spoke to my brother. I was like, what do you think I should do? And he's like, I'm sorry, Charlotte. Okay, go.
No.
So I was like, it's fine. I'll just go tell him myself. He was like, yeah, it's true. Go tell him. Shh. Okay, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to tell him myself. I went in that room. Yeah, guys, I remember I went in that room. And also when my tummy was showing, he couldn't see because my tummy eventually started showing, my bum. And he couldn't see it because if mind your business of the person, it could, like, it's definitely my dad.
Mommy,
What?
what are you doing?
I'm recording my video. So I was like, let me go in this room. And I remember very well, guys, I stood in front of that my father's room door for minutes. Don't do that. Charlotte, don't do that. Oh, I'm not sure for minutes. Then I was like, guys. And then I'm like, so no, okay, go. And then I was like, you're wasting time, girl. Get in. And I also recorded, by the way. But then I lost my phone. Oh, phones and I couldn't pick up my recordings. But it's something that I would literally want to go back to and just, So I told my dad. And I was like, no, daddy. I went in the room. I was like, can I please talk to you? He's like, yeah, sure. Why not? So I found him watching TV. So he's like laying down on his bed, and he's watching TV. And then I was like, shall I stop it, man? And then I was like, I'll sit a bit far from him because I'm afraid he will slap me. Opua, he said, come talk to me.
Mommy,
Then he could see that I look very serious. And I'm hardly, okay, I'm mostly serious, but I'm not really a serious person, so I'm not really a serious person, so he was like, and then he's like, is it serious? And then started laughing. Ngahone, like that time my tears are like literally under here. The tears are under here because I'm scared. So I tell my mom. So I go in and I told my dad, I'm like, Daddy, so let them good girl. And then I told I'm like, I have. Okay, I told I'm like, yes, I need to tell you something important, Daddy. And he's like, okay, what is it? He's very serious. I'm like, yeah, serious, but not serious. And then I sit like at the edge of the bed where his legs are facing, and then I face him. And then he takes his phone. Okay. So he takes his phone, and then he's on his phone while he's waiting for me to talk. Then I'm like, I'm pregnant. Then he laughed about it. I mean, just like I expected, because I joke a lot. Remember in my first video, or my video where I'm talking about my pregnancy, I mentioned that I manifested the pregnancy because I was always joking about being pregnant, pranking people that I'm pregnant and things like that. So he was like, stop joking around you. I'm like, I'm dead serious, buddy. Okay, I didn't say that, but I was like, no, Daddy, I'm really serious. I'm pregnant. He's like, oh, kanangwe. I'm like, yes, I am, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I couldn't, like, my tears were now coming out by then. And then he's like, no, it's okay, I understand. I just wanted you to.
Mommy.
Thank you, Charlotte. And then he's like, no, I just wanted you to finish school. I wanted you to finish school, graduate, become a minister, become, something, like, be serious in your political life, That's all I wanted from you. And I'm very disappointed. And then I really love the fact that we had, that conversation. I felt good about it. So I told him that, no, Daddy, I know I messed up. I know I did this, but I want you to know that just like I always promised you, that I am going to win. I am going to continue working hard. I'm going to do what. This pregnancy will not stop me at all. So I told him I'm going to study. I'll continue studying. I'm not going to leave school. I'll graduate. I'm not gonna, be down on my political life, quit, or quit being a public figure or whatever it is calling my leadership. I am not, and I'm promising you this the same way I promised that I always promised it. This pregnancy will not come between our promise. And it's like, okay, I trust you, and let's do it. I mean, like, I trust you, and if you're telling me that, I'm waiting for the results. And then something important that he said was, we parents, we elders, we do want grandkids, okay, but now having kids while you're not married is that thing of that guy is just going to leave you. He might not even marry you. He'll just probably bring you diseases. It's just, things like that. That's why we always want to tell our kids to first try getting married. Get married and then you can have kids, because it's not easy being a single parent. And I actually felt
No, don't touch. No.
that. I actually felt that.
Mommy.
Don't do that, baby. Because he was right, guys. I actually felt it. So, I was like, okay, daddy. And then it's like, so how far are you? I'm like, I'm 5 months. He's like, what? Charlotte, stop it. Stop it, Charlotte. Stop it, man. 5 months is like, I know it's been long. Why didn't you tell me? I was like, no, I was scared. But I thought it's like, okay, no problem. Who's the father? No, he didn't really ask me who the father is. Sorry. He didn't really ask me who the father is. Tell mom. So I had to lie to him that I didn't tell my mom. And if he can please talk to her, because I'm afraid to tell her. Because if I could have told him, sorry, don't do that. Told him that I told my mom, he would be mad at my mom. So I was like, let me avoid problems and just say, please go tell her. So I said it. And then I went out of the room and I felt so relieved, guys. Also, I didn't expect my dad to act like that. I actually expected him to be angry with me knowing that my dad is he's a man that gets angry really fast. I was like, no, me knowing my father, like how angry he gets, and him now finding out that I'm expecting. I expected him to slap me or something, but he didn't. So yeah. And then after that, I heard that that he called my sister immediately when I left the room to tell her that no, he called my sister. It's raining, guys. It's raining. It's raining. It's raining. Yeah, so me knowing that my dad is a gent that really gets angry and he loves me so much, like I expected him to slap me or something. Okay, but my dad is a gentleman. But yeah, that's all I expected. I expected him to slap me, but he didn't. So let me go inside, guys. It's raining hard. Okay, guys, let me finish my video. I don't know if you can hear me in gap because of the rain, but I'm loud. Me knowing my father that is, a man that can get angry, I was so scared. I actually thought he was going to slap me or even chase me out of the house. But I feel like we always just assume things, and I think this is where I also learned that you can't just conclude like that, and just spit it out, say it out, whatever it is, say it out, because you can't just assume how someone will react and then you conclude, just conclude. So that was my father's reaction, and from there the whole journey was right. Okay, yeah, that's a video for another day, my pregnancy journey, probably the next video. Yeah, so my father was, my parents' reaction was something that I did not expect. I don't know it was going to be like their reaction was really surprising. So anyways guys, that was my parents' reaction. I know, right? I know you guys probably didn't expect it too. And so if there's anyone out there, like if you're expecting or if you want to share something to your parents about something, anything at all, don't conclude their reactions. Just go and say it out, just go and say it out. It's not as bad as you think it is, or their reaction is not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be. Instead of you crying yourself to bed every day like, how do I do it, just do it. Yeah. So anyways guys, thank you for watching. If you came with me to the end of this video, it means that you are a rock star, a real family member, YouTube family member. Yes. So please guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, everything like that guys. Let's get the girl to obviously me to a lot of subscribers as possible. I mean, but wait guys, just tell me, why should you watch and not like? No, make it make sense. Why should you watch and not like, comment, say something, like engage, please. But thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video. I'm hoping that I'm at least going to have my phone issues fixed and whatever, and then we'll keep it rolling. Every week is going to be a video after another, one video after another, one video after. Guys, you guys will enjoy me to the maximum. It is because of this one I couldn't do many things, but trust me, it's once this is fixed, then we are going to be together. So thank you so much guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Also, ladies, don't forget to go do your nails by me, Sissy. My nails, by my Mega Sissy, my nail tech. I'll put her handle down here. Please, she's really good. She's so good. Go and do your nails with her. Thank you for watching. Bye.